Come on, big baby. Come on. Oh, you're such a baby. I can't get my paws dirty. I was hoping I'd see the deer. It's always out here in the morning. Oh, it's a bird. I said this before, but I don't know if I posted that video. But the reason why people salute each other is because of that. A little fact, it's relegated to be lost in history forever until someone like me comes along and explains it. You see, meetings between warring factions were sometimes put on the battlefield, and the direction that you would be approaching meant that sometimes you had to walk with your hand up to your forehead like this so that you would block the sun, so you could see the battlefield. And that became tradition. Most people don't know that. You see, now it's just a tradition with no meaning, no reason behind it. People just like, it's just a tradition and you gotta do it that way. It doesn't mean anything. It's a lot like all the hokey hats in religion and the wizard costumes. Even though it's tradition, it doesn't mean anything unless people understand why it's tradition. Anyway, it looks to me like I didn't get to see the deer today. There's a couple of cottontail out here. Usually they're over here eating and they'll run back to their... You see, this portion of land intersects with the forest. So there's a little, a quarter of a mile sliver that they can cross over. So, see, this is why people salute. It's because of that. Just like the camera, it makes it a lot easier for your eyes to see. I'm actually being blinded right now. Oh, hey. That is a black ink parasol mushroom because its spores are black. But the parasol mushroom, you can tell by the ridges on the top. Those mushrooms have an effect. They're pretty much like Prozac when you take them. But you know, be warned. I'm not telling you to take them. I'm just telling you what the effects are for me. They're just almost identical to Prozac. You don't get any visuals or anything out of it. Yeah, pretty much all of our pharmaceuticals come from nature. They just don't want you to know shit like that. I forgot the Latin name for it. They always try to make it so complicated. They're very, the mushrooms only show up early in the morning. They're usually dead by the end of the day. They're very fast growing. Now, in an indoor environment, of course, they'll probably live a lot longer. But out here, the heat is what kills them. Oh, where are you? Somebody's jibber jabbering about something. It's about 5, 6 birds in that tree. All the same species, so it's either mating or they're having a little family squabble. Or they don't like me being here. I don't want to go any further down here. I mean, it's beautiful out there, but you can see the vine has decimated this area. But you know, it'll freeze this winter. It'll kill that vine, and then it'll be clear, completely clear out there. I'm just gonna stand here for a while until she gets bored. Let's see if we can go find some more of those parasol mushrooms. My feet are already getting wet because this my socks are wet now. These shoes have holes in them. For someone that is supposedly so sedentary, I sure do wear my shoes out quick. These only lasted me about a couple of months here. It's a parasol mushroom. Somebody said that they have the same effect as a magic mushroom, but that is not true. What they feel like is basically taking a little bit of Prozac. So they do have some blood-brain crossing. Just curious what that plant is. I have to look that up. There was tons of those mushrooms over here earlier. They're very delicate. You hold them in your hand and they literally disintegrate. They do have medicinal purpose, but I particularly don't like it. I don't like its effects. Most of my pain and my body aches come from my eyes. So I like things that affect my visual area. Those are the ones that make me feel the best. Is mushrooms that affect the visual cortex, because it resets the pain, you know. And plus, they say that they did a study for those things. The psilocybin for cluster headaches is perfect. At a specific dose, it basically resets your pain receptors. It also cures people of addiction too. Lysergic diethylamide, which is a fungus. It's an excretion of a fungus, and you wash it in diethyl ether. It is a treatment for heroin addiction and just about any other thing that's got your body clamped so you can't get away from it. Psychedelics are the cure for addiction. They always have been. It's the reason why they made them illegal. Sad, but true. And a recent study about what is the rave drug? I don't know because I've never been to a rave, but ecstasy or MDMA? Yeah, that's what it is. They were giving MDMA to post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, people that have been seen some heavy stuff and it's affected them. They found a 98% recidivism. I don't think that's the correct word. A 98% recuperation rate amongst people that actually used MDMA. So the whole thing where they say that it has no medicinal value is complete, utter fucking. It's an atrocious atrocity of lies. They're paraded before the public like pompous shits. I'm surprised that the people of this country have fought for that and put up with it. I mean, if there were a dictatorship, I would take the heads of those places and the people that wrote those laws, and I would put them on trial for everyone to see, the public. They would lose. I mean, it would lose horribly. Because basically what it amounts to is your medicinals are right here. This is what it all comes from nature. And what they've done is they've made it illegal so that now you have to go buy the pill form or the salted form, the hydrochloride version. And it has to have a particular company's brand mark on it. Otherwise, you could go to jail for it. Fuck them. Seriously. They don't have a right to take away from you what grows in nature. The fact that you are flesh and blood and you come from this ground, you come from this life that is growing around you, you have a right to partake in it. I don't give a crap what holy book you hold up. If it says that you don't have a right to partake in it, then it is lying. Hey, I know it looks fun down there, but it's wet. Come on. Oh, look, you can see your breath. Cool. I love it in the morning. It's beautiful out here. It's about 70 degrees. It's perfect. It's very humid. Water is condensing on all the leaves. Condensation. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway. Don't you dare. You're going to try to get me dirty. I know it. You're too excited. She's playing You Shall Not Pass without getting mud on you. She's determined to get me dirty. You got mud all over you. Alright, we're gonna go the secret way. Let's see if she can still remember how to jump. Oh, she did. I should bring a couple of those parasol mushrooms over here. I've never seen them growing over here. Remember, parasol mushrooms, you can tell because they have a pleated top. If the top is smooth, it is not a parasol. And just like identifying plants, it is extremely difficult to identify mushrooms. Sometimes you literally have to look under a microscope to figure out which one is which. This is why I have to be very careful about randomly eating mushrooms. And my advice is, if you even do attempt something like that, be sure and have a shitload of milk thistle extract on hand. You know, just in case. Ugh. I gotta go home and take my socks off. You know, I came out here so you could use the bathroom. Apparently, she was lying again. She just wanted to romp around. Alright. Good evening. Good morning. And good luck. No, I didn't say good evening. Good morning. What's the other word for morning? Good morning, good breakfast, and good luck.